Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Mr. Mishy here. And I got a little bit of a different one. A little bit of a change up from franchise mode. We're going to see how good is a team of non-playoff contenders this year. So we're going to do a fantasy draft. We can only select players in this draft that are not currently fighting for the cup. That does not include teams that have already been first rounded so far. So we're just going to randomize. I'm just going to hold down the button. 1, 2, 3. And we are going with the Boston Bruins. You hate to see it, but we're going to run with it anyway. Let's see. We're going to go through this pretty quick because we're just doing a fantasy draft. We don't want this. CPUs could trade if they wanted to, I guess. No player morale. Fantasy draft is on. And I guess I'm going to leave salary cap on for this just to make it a little bit harder. I think that's it. I think we're just going to run with it. I am going to turn off injuries for this, though, just because I don't like them. And I'm not going to keep them on. Why would I? Let's see. Injuries. And it's here somewhere. Oh, I fucking passed it. There we go. Injuries are off. Let's get going. We're playing as Boston. We're going to keep that salary cap on. And that is the only rule. We cannot take teams. Oh, God. We're picking 24th. Not a great start. We're just going to run with it. We can't pick any players that are currently fighting for the Stanley Cup. That is not including those that have gotten first rounded this far, which I really think is just the Tampa Bay Lightning, the New Jersey Devils, and I'm missing one more. Who am I missing? Let me see. The Montreal Canadiens. So we have to pick strategically here a little bit. Right off the bat, Crosby would be a great pick. Victor Hedman just got eliminated. We can't do that. Predators. We could build from the back end. Let me see goalies. Let me see how we're doing there. Connor Hellebuyck, Vasilevsky. Of course not. Igor Shesterkin. Do we pick up a goalie now? Do we just get it out of the way, get ourselves a stud? He's only making $5 million. I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. Jake Ottinger's probably the next best bet, but he's currently in the playoffs as we speak. Sorokin, do we go Shesterkin or Crosby might be there? We do have two picks pretty close together. Maybe we go Crosby first and then just hope to God Shesterkin is there. I think I like that. So we're going to go Crosby first. That's a no-brainer. And then see if Shesterkin's still there. Our pick is pretty close. And he's not there. Oh, my God. that was going to go either way, really, to be honest. UC Soros, no. Thatcher Demko, no. Thatcher Demko's on. He's still a Canuck, right? Yeah, he is. A lot of player movement. A lot of stuff moved around. So I just got to double check. We could take Sorokin here. Sorokin or Markstrom. Both great picks. Markstrom's still a Flame, right? Yeah, he's still a Calgary Flame. I'm pretty sure. I will fact check all these, and if I do mess up, I guess we'll just replace him with somebody from free agency, probably like a 79 overall player. But between the two, just based off the money, I think we got to go Markstrom here. So we're going to pick up our goalie. We got our number one center. I think those are the two biggest pieces. We could use a number one defenseman, Brodin, definitely on the Wild still. Oh my God, this is hard. Erik Karlsson. Do we pick up another Penguin? I feel like we have to, right? Pionk, we can't pick up Pionk, actually. He's a Winnipeg Jet. I think we're just going to go Karlsson here. That $10 million, though. Jesus. Do I want to... see, we have to go off the salary cap, too. It's like, I don't want to kill us in the salary cap department. We only have $75 million remaining. A lot of these picks might be cheaper contracts, but We could use a number one defenseman. Doughty is even more money. He's in the playoffs, so it doesn't even matter. Don't even know why we're wasting our time looking. Lindholm, Boston Bruins, bring him back home to Boston. We could do that. He was playing for Boston at the end of the season, right? I'm pretty sure he was. I don't think he's currently in the playoffs. I wish it showed me on there. I think it would. I want to say it would. 6.5 mil, left-handed defenseman. We're gonna run with Lindholm. Jared McCann. Is McCann still on Seattle? We could pick up our second center, our 2C here. Maybe we do it. Maybe we just get it out of the way and have just a dominant 2 centers for our top 6. I like that. And he's not making a lot. He's only making 5 mil. Jared McCann, welcome to the Boston Bruins, baby. Let's do it. Let's beef up the blue line a little bit. Why don't we go Pelech here? I think it sucks he's not right-handed, but, I mean, it's fine, right? It's fine. We'll run with it. Look, defense wins championships. That's kind of my mindset going into this. So why don't we do Steven Stamkos? But he's another center. I can't have 3 studs down the middle. Chris Letang. Chris Letang, our first right defenseman. We could use those 41 assists this season. I say let's pick up Letang here. Like I said, defense wins championships. We need a winger for Crosby though. I think it's Crosby's a little more of a Shane Gostisbehere though. That contract, you can't pass up that contract. Boys, defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. We're going with Gostisbehere here, boys. Let's see. We're flying through this. All right, we have our top 4D. We have our top 2 centers. We have our starting goaltender. We need Claude Giroux. They just had to throw Giroux up there for me. Patty Kane, 4 mil, not too bad. What is he? He's a playmaker. Is Crosby a playmaker in this game? I feel like he is. Drafted players, we can actually go see. Crosby is a playmaker. However, if we have to put him on the second line, we could put him on that second line with McCann. Is he a playmaker? He's a 2-way forward. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I feel like Kane and Crosby, I feel like that's a duo the world wants to see. So we're going to pick up Kaner there. Finally got a winger. Rickard Rakell. Oh, yeah. We could, this is going to be a Penguins roster at this point. He would be solid for the second line right winger. Be heavy on the right side and center. Left side be a little weak, but our defense makes up for that. We're either gonna go Raquel or Kreider for this for this first pick. Raquel is making a lot less money, so we're gonna go Raquel. Welcome to the Bruins, buddy. He looks like a Bruin. We love it. Let's see, and can we get Roslovic here? Is he still here? He is, dude. Let's pick up our 3C right there. Jaden Schwartz, is he still on St. Louis? He's Seattle. We could take Schwartzy here. Schwartzy would be pretty good. David Perron is definitely... Is he? Oh, he's Detroit now. Oh, my God, boys. This is what happens when you work full-time. Don't have a lot of time to watch hockey anymore. It is... I mean, the whole league is different. I would have told you... If you asked me, I would have told you that David Perron was a St. Louis Blue still. So we have a few options here. What if we go... Because Chris Kreider's making a lot, but Anders Lee is making even more. I would be okay with going Schwartz and like maybe TiVo here. TiVo's not... Oh, he is on Carolina. Never mind. Moore is definitely still a king. Yes, he is. Sherwood. Kiefer Sherwood. Nashville Predator. Not too shabby. 83 though. That's diving a little deeper into like the bottom 6. I want at least an 84 in the top 6. Why don't we go Kreider here? We'll take Chrissy, and then we'll jump down and maybe pick up Schwartzy. I think I like that. So let's do Kreider, and then we'll pick up Schwartzy with our next pick. I think we're just going to take the safer route here. I think we're just going to go Schwartzy. We're just going to take that 5 mil hit, which is getting kind of rough right now because we still need a 4th center, 4 more wings, and 2 more defensemen. So we got to start taking some team-friendly contracts here, for sure. So I think we're just going to go safe bet here. We're going to go Carrier, and we are just 1 defenseman now away from actually filling out that. Dumoulin. Brian Dumoulin, Seattle. Not too bad stats. We'll take you for the bottom pair. Yeah, that's not too bad. Is he lefty? I think we just took a righty, right? So that makes sense to me. I like the contract. He's not currently fighting for a cup. Let's do it. I like it. Why don't we go Korpisalo, Merzlikins, Varlamov. Varlamov is definitely still an Islander. We could go him. 275 isn't bad, but I want something dirt cheap for the goalie. James Reimer. We could go Reimer. I believe James Reimer is, in fact, still on the Detroit Red Wings. I'm actually going to look this up because I haven't been looking it up for everybody else, but I'm kind of just going off their stats. He is currently a goaltender for the Buffalo Sabres. I literally couldn't even have told you that. So, I mean, we could pick up Reimer here. Some veteran presence between the pipes. I didn't want to go under 81. He's only making $1 million. I do like that. So we're just going to run with Reimer here. Adam Henrique. Henrique. Is Henrique even still active? I don't even think he's still active. $3 million's entirely too much anyway. I'm not even going for it. Blackwell. Blackwell, you play for Chicago? Well, now you play for Boston, buddy. 7.7. Like, I'll take that in a heartbeat. JVR. Who did JVR play for this season? It was Boston. This necessarily doesn't count as my Flyers pick, but $900K. I think we take JVR here. I think we're just going to do it. I hate the guy, but we're just going to do it. We're going to bring him back home to Boston. Maybe we just go... Maybe we go Hathaway. Add some beef to that bottom 6. Yeah, I like the Hathaway pick. There we go. I got my Flyer. I got one on the team at least. We'll take Garrett Hathaway there. Giovanni Smith would have been a good one too. Of course, he goes right there, right before our pick actually. So let's see. We just need 2 more wingers, and I think we're set. Alex Killorn. I don't know. Is he still in Anaheim? I can't. I'm not sure. Alex Killorn. We're gonna look it up because we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Alex Killorn, he is currently, he is an alternate captain for the Anaheim Ducks. We have money to spend. Let's just do it. Alex Killorn, welcome to the team. He'll be great on that bottom 6, and we just need a right winger now, and I believe we got a few here. But I'd love to pick up Nyquist here. Let's see. Gustav Nyquist is currently a right winger for the Minnesota Wild. So I'm glad I looked it up because he's definitely not eligible for this draft. I will go in and double check my work before we lock in for the season because I don't want to cheat the system just because I'm not informed. Justin Danforth currently plays right wing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So, I think we're picking up Danforth here. All right. And I'm pretty sure that is all of our picks. I don't know why I was taking so long to simulate. I'm going to jump back and just double check that all my picks are good. I think we should be fine.
One eternity later.
Boys, I truly do apologize for my lack of knowledge on movement in the NHL. I just went through everybody. Roslovic does not. He's no longer with Columbus. Dumoulin, Carrier, Blackwell, and Markstrom. I forgot that Markstrom got sent to New Jersey. So that one hurts. I think with this next pick, Reimer's not a bad goalie, but not that goalies really matter in this. Fleury is on a Stanley Cup team at the moment. He does still play in Minnesota. I think we're just going to have to go Jonathan Quick here. I believe. Let me double check before I pick this. I can't believe I messed up that bad. That's our starting goalie. I should have looked into it a little more. We're gonna pick Quick here though. He is still on the Rangers, so I'm gonna pick Jonathan Quick here. I guess he'll be our guy with Reimer. So that's our goal. I have to sit Markstrom for the season, which hurts. And Blackwell, I can't believe. I mean, I just picked him up for the fourth line, and of course this guy got traded, so he's currently fighting for a cup. Jordan Staal, I believe, is still in Carolina. We need a guy here because Roslovic was our 3C. Let me see. I'm just gonna double check these picks. So to replace Jack Roslovic, I think we're going with Backlund. He does still currently play for the Flames, so there is our center. And it's getting a little bad here because we're starting to run out of money. Let me see. We still need 2 defensemen, and I need a 4th center, and we have $1 million left. This is so bad. Oh my God, boys. I messed up big time. But what is one of these videos without a little bump in the road? God, we need some super team-friendly contracts here. We're going to have to plug in... we're going to have to just plug in some 79 overalls, like I said. Bortuzzo, who do you play for, dude? Are you still on the Islanders? Please still be on the Islanders because that contract is nice. We could use that right about now. Let me see. I'm going to double check. Rob Bortuzzo is currently playing for the Utah Hockey Club. I am going to pick him up $700K. Not too shabby, and I don't even know if I technically have enough money. I still 1.3 for some reason. So maybe was he on a contract? Was he on a 2-way contract? I don't know. I did not see, but we still need a center and we still need a defenseman. Let's see if we can get this done. So with the Boston Bruins next pick, we are going to select no other than Calvin DeHaan, who currently plays for, if Google is right, I think he currently plays for the New York Rangers, who are not competing for a Stanley Cup. Welcome to the team, Calvin DeHaan, and I think we are out of salary cap. Are we? Are you on a good contract? Let's see. I 500K. So I'm just going to plug in, because Blackwell is still technically competing for a cup. I'll just have this pick up some random guys on 2-way contracts. Maybe I could still pick, because that is my NHL salary cap. If I find, can we go off? I don't think we can see 2-way contracts on this screen. No, we can't. So I'm just going to have it just auto select. We're just going to auto sim the rest of the draft and see what we get. Maybe it'll give us a center that we could put in here. It looks like they picked up a lot of guys anyway that probably aren't fighting for a Stanley Cup right now. I do see my boy Bonk on there though. Love to see that. Let me put these lines together. I'll be right back. I'll make sure to sit everybody that's currently playing. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are good. I went through everything. Everybody that I accidentally drafted that is currently playing for the Cup is sitting. Our team still looks pretty good, though. I might swap that. That's just better chemistry. We need everything we can get at this point. I think, yeah, Danforth plays a little better. Or Hathaway plays a little better on the third line. I think we're good now. So this is what we're looking at. We got Schwartzy, Crosby, and Kaner top line. They get a +5, actually. We have Raquel, McCann, Chris Kreider on that second line. They get a +2. Killorn, Backlund, Hathaway on that third line. Not too shabby. I did make a trade for Sissons because I had no other option. I just had to trade Blackwell. So we picked up Sissons in a trade. He still plays for the Nashville Predators, so he's not currently fighting for a cup. And we got JVR down there with them as well. Defense, we took a little hit on that third line with Dumoulin and who was it? We drafted Dumoulin and somebody else I dropped down to the minors. But never mind that. We have Lindholm, Letang, we have Ghost, Pellick, Dahan, and Bortuzzo. And then as you guys just saw, I have Markstrom and Dumoulin scratched. In net, we have Quick and we have Reimer. And then down here, guys that aren't scratched, like Roslovic is down here. And then I have Carrier was the other guy. He's down here as well. So AHL team has some help this year for sure. It kind of hurts putting Roslovic and Carrier down there and not having Markstrom start, but we still look like a decent team. I still feel like we could compete here. So let's get through this preseason. Let's just sim up the season and see where the boys are at. Let's get it going, I guess. So we finished the preseason with a record of 5-2-0. Not too shabby for the boys. We have our first game against Florida coming up here. Let's quick sim this first one. I just want to see who's scoring, who's not. It'll give us a better visual of what's going on in these games. We're off to an even start, 5 shots even. We're 4-on-3, 5-on-4, back to back. Alex Killorn, I don't think that was shorthanded, but nevertheless he did tuck one on Sam Ersson. Boston has the early lead. You love to see it. I'm just going to quick sim the second period, and we're down. Chris Kreider did tuck one there, but Kunin with 2 goals? Are you kidding me? All right, let's bounce back here, boys. We do win a cup, so let's get the ball rolling. JVR. Who else but JVR? I was shitting on the kid in the draft. I didn't even want to take him, and he's gonna tie up this game here for us to start off the season. The shots are staying pretty even. We took the lead a little bit, and we're going to OT, game 1. We'll just quick sim this. Let's see, boys. Come on, somebody, anybody, and we're going to a shootout. So let's see, and the boys get it done in a shootout. Patty Kane, only one to score a goal in the shootout. Let's get this season simulated and see if we can actually make a push for these playoffs. It seems like the boys have some fight in them, so I guess we'll see. All right, so we're sitting here, January 1st, about halfway through the season. Not a terrible record, a little worse than we'd want to be at this point in the season. However, we are third in our division. I guess our division didn't draft too well because we're still kind of up there with given the record we have. We're going to just keep simming here. Hopefully we can string together some wins. The boys aren't looking too bad. I guess we're just going to keep it rolling here, gentlemen. Let's take it all the way to the deadline, see where we're at. All right, we are sitting here at the deadline, and we kind of strung together a few there. We went 5-1 in our last 6 right there before the deadline. We are sitting third in our division still. Was fluctuating a little bit. We did drop down to that wild card a few times, but we're looking good. Let's just get past this trade deadline here. Let's get to the end of the season and see if the boys can really make a push. We're not even gonna hop in. We're not gonna make any trades. I don't think I am. Let all this go by, all these screens. NHL 25 takes forever to actually sim. Let's see. Do we pick up a big win here against Tampa Bay? We do. We got Florida next. Is this another one? We do go down to Florida. Ottawa Senators. We do take them out. We got a rematch up here against Tampa Bay. Let's see. Do they pull it off? We do pull it off in the shootout. Central Scouting. We could care less, buddy. Big win against the Sabres. Can we take out the Knights? We can't take out the Knights, but it's fine. It's not a divisional opponent, so it doesn't matter. We could have used the 2 wins. We do go 1-1 there on the back-to-back. Anaheim, we do take them down in a shootout as well. It seems like we're just a shootout team here. Detroit, let's see if we can take them down. That is a 5-2 L. That does hurt a little bit. Washington Capitals, we do take another L, and that is 2 back-to-back L's right there. We do pick up a huge win against the Canadiens. Let's see if we can keep this ball rolling, gentlemen. We could use a little 6-1 here. There's a win against Carolina, a loss against Buffalo, but we do take the point. We get a win against the Devils, pick up a huge win against the Blackhawks. We have 2 games left here in the season. I think it's safe to say I think we did clinch that spot. Do pick up a shootout win and a loss to the Devils, but we do clinch a spot, second seed in our division. We do pick up 96 points, 44, 30, and 8. Let me see. Let's see how the boys did. Let's see who led this team. And of course, it was Sidney Crosby. I mean, that was a no-brainer. Patty Kane right behind him too with 100 points. I mean, Jared McCann, picking up 85 points, not too bad. Raquel 69. The boys did kind of go off. I mean, even Gostisbehere with 41 points on the blue line, not too shabby. Garrett Hathaway 25-point season, dude tugged 15. That's not too bad. Even some of our lower guys. I mean, God, Dehan and Bortuzzo both over 10 points there. Let's see how our goalies did. Johnny Quick led the way. Goalie numbers not looking too hot, but Quick did pick up 34 there, and then Reimer picked up a little 10-piece McNugget for us. Kind of helped the boys get into the playoffs for sure. Quick is taking probably the most of the work in this playoff run here. I can't imagine Reimer's going to get too many starts unless Quick absolutely just shits the bed. But we're going to sim up here, see who our first opponent is, and we got the Tampa Bay Lightning first. So I guess we're just going to hop right into it. Let's see. We're just going to go right off the calendar, game by game. Tampa Bay Lightning, we're at TD Garden. We're at home for Game 1. Pretty similar records. We did a little better than them. I mean, pretty evenly matched team during the season. Let's see. Game 1, and we take it 7-3. That's what we like to see, boys. We might need Crosby and Kaner to carry us to the promised land here. Game 2, still at the Garden, and we lose in overtime. That is rough. But we're heading back to Tampa Bay. The series is 1-1. Game 3, we do take it in Game 3. We're up 2-1 in the series. Let's go. We're still in Tampa Bay. Let's go home with a 3-1 lead, boys. There we go. There we go. Boston is on top. Let's go. Let's just get it done. I don't even want to go back to Tampa Bay. And we're... oh, God. We're going back to Tampa Bay. We're going back to Tampa Bay. Game 6. See if the boys can get it done. Let's not go 7 here. And we're going 7. I guess for the sake of the video, we're going to jump into this one. We'll go first period. And the boys are up 2-1. Backlund and Ghost with 2 huge goals. Tyler Seguin does put in a power play goal for Tampa Bay, but it's not enough. They are out shooting us a little bit, though. So... We gotta get it together here, Boston, if we want to make it to round 2. Period 2, and we're up 5-2. Chris Letang, JVR, Chris Kreider, they put in 3. Buchnevich does put in 1, but it's just not enough. Period 3, the boys take it 8-2. Danforth, Backlund, McCann. We're going to the second round, gentlemen. Who said these players couldn't win a cup? Anybody? Anybody at all? I don't think so. They're getting it done so far. And we have the Washington Capitals in round 2. This, we may be meeting our match here, but if we're going off record, I mean, pretty similar records there in the regular season. We're at TD Garden to start the series. We got game 1. We pick it up 5-3. There we go. Keep the ball rolling, boys. We're just going to keep going. We do pick up game 2. We have a 2-0 series lead in round 2 of the playoffs against the Capitals. Round 3, we're at Capital One Arena. We do lose. We do lose in the Capital. Let's see. Game 4, and we're tied up going back to Boston. This is not looking good here, gentlemen. I was on my high horse. I fell off, and I got right back on. There we go. There we fucking go, baby. 3-2 in the series. We're going back to Capital One Arena. Let's just get it done. I don't want to do another Game 7. Johnny Quick is actually standing on his head right now with almost a 9-10 save percentage. He's under 3 goals against, and we get it done. Johnny Quick put up, shut down the entire Capitals offense with a 3-0 win. What else could you ask for from the guy? Like, what else could you ask for? We're going to round 3. We're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Will it be New Jersey or Toronto, though? That is the question. And we have the New Jersey Devils. However, we are starting at TD Garden. Jeremy Swayman, Boston Bruin legend. We are going up against him. So, let's, I guess we'll see. Jonathan Quick has been playing great, though. 9-13 with a 2.67. You love to see it. We got game 1 in the Garden. Every game 1 I think we played at the Garden so far was a win. Let's hope we keep that pattern going, and we do. 5-3. We take a 1-0 series lead going into game 2. Still at the Garden. Let's see, and we pick it up 2-0. The boys are buzzing right now. Can we pick up game 3 in New Jersey? Let's see. And we don't. But the pattern continues. Let's see if we can pick up a game 4 here. Go back to Boston with the 3-1 series lead and just shut it out in 6, boys. Let's do it. And they're going to pick it up. They're going to pick up the third win. And we're headed back to Boston with a 3-1 series lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. Gentlemen, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done here in Game 5. I just want to get it done, and we're not gonna get it done. We're not. That would have been too easy. I do want to jump in for a quick sim, but we're simming so well on this screen. I don't want to. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Johnny Quick, please, dude, please. You did it last round, and Johnny Quick does it again. He does it again, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading to the Stanley Cup Finals right now. We're either playing Edmonton Oilers or Colorado Avalanche. They're about to play their Game 7 right here. Let's see. Oh, my God. Can we get a drum roll? I'm probably not going to remember to edit a drum roll into this video. So, let's see. And we got the Edmonton Oilers. And they have Connor Hellebuck between the pipes for them. Who's leading the way for them? It looks like Philip Forsberg is their team leader. I guess we can jump in here. Actually, I don't want to mess with anything. We're just gonna go. Advanced day, game 1, we pick it up. 1-0 in the series. Let's go. And we're at Rogers Place. We are at Edmonton to start. So that hurts. That hurts. We're heading back to Boston. 1-1 series tied right now. So it's anybody's game. Pick up a huge Game 3 win here, and we do. 4-2. We're still at the Garden. Please get it done. There we go. 3-1 series lead. Boys, I think we have to jump in here. I feel like we have to. We're just going to go period by period and see where we're at. Period 1, we're down 2-0. Eriksson Ek and Trevor Zegras both picking up 2 shorthanded goals. That is not what we wanted. This is not what we had on our power play bingo card this year. and they're going to pick up a power play goal themselves. Let's see. Chris Letang just wasn't enough. The power play was brutal. I mean, you can't let them up in what was that, a game 5? It's just unacceptable. We're going to jump in here. Game 6. See if the boys can get it done. Sin that first period. They are up 2-1. Patty Kane does put one in past Hellebuck. He's gonna be our he's gonna be our biggest threat this series. We gotta get it done, and it's not gonna happen. Period 2. They scored 2 more. Oh Lord, this is it's not looking good for us, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not looking good for us. We are going to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. Boston, Edmonton at Rogers Place. Can they get it done? Let's see. Period 1, we're going to slow sim the whole game. 17 minutes remaining. Shots were in our favor. And then Philip Forsberg puts in a power play goal. Edmonton back on the power play. Goes absolutely nowhere. Back on the power play again, goes absolutely nowhere. Boston, the penalty kill is outrageous. I didn't even edit the power play lines or penalty kill lines. Just kind of left them as is. But let's see. Period 2. Gentlemen, can we do it? Oh my God, 15 minutes remaining. This is it. This is the game. Like, we need to get it done here. Like, somebody needs to figure out Hellebuck, and we're not going to. Capo Caco puts in a power play goal for the Edmonton Oilers. That is a huge goal, probably the biggest of his career thus far. But McCann, let's fucking go, baby. That is a ball breaker of a goal right there in the second period. Boys, we need 2 more. Keep them off the board, score 2 more. We need an early one right here. Shots are in favor of Edmonton, and Philip Forsberg is going to score. I think that's his second goal of the game. Oh my God, Chris Kreider. I was wondering where the goal was. Let's go, Chris Kreider. He puts in a second goal. Shots are even. There's 5 minutes left in the game, and it's not going to happen. Boys, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'll slow it down. I'll slow it down to 4 times. We're on the power play. And Patty Kane scores 1. It's too late. It is just too late. God, what a run there. What a run. I mean, we were right there. We were right there. The Edmonton Oilers take it 4-3 in the series. 4-3 in Game 7. Oh, that is a tough one. We were right there. Sidney Crosby, Kaner leading the way. I didn't really see Sidney Crosby doing too much, but I mean, he led the way for sure. He did lead the way. Oh, that is rough. I mean, we went up. What was it? Was it 3-1 in the series again? We went up, and we just couldn't get it done. We dropped 3 straight to the Oilers. That is rough, boys. That is heart-wrenching. But we had quite the run. I mean, for a team of players that aren't even in the Stanley Cup Final right now, I mean, they did get it. They did get it done in a sense, just not done all the way. I guess we can check out the trophies really quick. See who won what. We got a sim a day, of course. Sim a day. There we go. Edmonton's your playoff. Your Stanley Cup champions. Okay. Awards. See if we got any hardware at least. I mean, of course we got the Prince of Wales. We did make it to the Cup. Leon Draisaitl on the Montreal Canadiens. I'm sure Edmonton fans love to see that logo next to his head right there. That's brutal. Nate Mack on the Dallas Stars picks up the Hart Memorial. James Norris goes to Dougie Hamilton on the Dallas Stars as well. Jack Hughes picks up the Lady Byng in Philly. I personally love to see that. Macklem Celebrini, of course, he's going to pick up the Calder. Mark Scheifele for the Oilers picks up the Conn Smythe. I didn't even see Scheifele's name. Did he even score in those last couple games? Sam Ersson picks up the Vezina for Florida. There you go, Ersson. Way to be. Dostal picks up the Jennings for the Canucks. Nick Seeler picks out the Bill Masterton Trophy for Seattle. Playing for Seattle. It's fun to see where all these players end up going. Toronto Maple Leafs coach wins the Jack Adams Award. Selke goes to Nico Hischier, playing in New York for the Islanders. And then Nate Mack picks up the Ted Lindsay as well. And then the Maurice Richard goes to Alex Ovechkin, playing for the Carolina Hurricanes. What a weird universe. Like, what weird destinations for some of these guys. I mean, boys, we did what we could, even given the situation with me fucking up and drafting the wrong players. I mean, we still got to the promised land. We just didn't quite get that cup. Up 3-1 in the series. That's it's gut-wrenching, but we got there. I mean, it just answers the age-old question. How good is a team of non-playoff contenders? And they're pretty damn good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, leave it a like or hit subscribe. It helps me out. It's completely free. Keeps you updated on future videos, future episodes of the franchise series we have going on right now, or any future series in that matter. Anyway, yeah. If you guys like this content, greatly appreciate it if you leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And I guess that will be all for now, ladies and folks. I was gonna say ladies and folks, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Mr. Mishy. Take care.